Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. We're gonna do 13 things I've learned in my 22 years of living today because I was journaling about just all the things that I've learned and I was like, oh my gosh, I should do a little YouTube video about this. Anyways, I decided to film with my front camera today to decide if I like the quality as good as I like the back camera quality. I think the back camera is still better, but this is way easier because I can see that I'm in frame and see what I'm doing and just make sure everything's running smoothly. So let me know what you think. Let's get into this because we have a lot to go over. First, give yourself all the love you want to find from someone else. I love this lesson. This lesson has been so powerful. It's such a good mental shift when you stop expecting to find the love you're searching for from outside sources and from like a relationship or friendships and just start giving it to yourself. It's such a powerful shift because the way you feel about yourself is going to be the way you treat others and the way you love others. And you cannot expect another person to come in here and love you if you don't even love yourself and love you in the ways that you want, if you can't even do that for yourself. And I feel like being able to pour into yourself and then give to others is way more powerful than just pouring from an empty cup and then being like, why am I not getting the love I deserve? Because you're supposed to give yourself the love you deserve, and then in turn you can love others properly, and then you'll attract people who love you as well. I also think the way you treat yourself and the way you love yourself shows other people how to show up for you and shows other people how to love you. So if you're not treating yourself and you're not treating yourself like the queen you are, why will someone else if they see that they don't need to in order to keep you in their life? Second, admitting you're wrong is not weakness, it shows confidence. This is such a powerful lesson because I feel like so often we're surrounded by people who cannot admit when they were wrong, admit that they don't know something, admit, that like they just did not have the accurate information. And I think it's so powerful to be like, oh yeah, I did not actually know that I was wrong, but now I'm learning something from that and just acknowledging it and being able to just say, yes, I was wrong. I feel like that's so powerful. It's so hot because people nowadays are a little bit afraid of that. But how are you supposed to learn if you're not accepting that you're wrong and that you need to learn, right? And also, you're human. You're never going to be right 1,000% of the time. Number 3, heal your hurt before you spread it. This is such a powerful lesson because I think, like they say, hurt people. And there's so many times in my life where I look back where I wasn't treating someone the way that I am proud of treating someone, or like I would even want to admit. And I think it's literally because I was going through things and because I was hurt, and I wasn't even intentionally hurting people. But when you're hurt, you hurt people. You spread that hurt. So I think it's so important to just heal the things that everything you possibly can heal in order to be the most healed, calm, regulated version of yourself so you can also be the best version of yourself. Number 4, focus more on what you do have rather than what you don't have. I think this is such a powerful mindset, especially in today's society where everybody is trying to keep up with the Joneses and everybody's like coming out with the next best thing all the time, and you're always like, oh my gosh, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have that. Literally look around you. Did you wake up in a bed today? Are you warm? Do you have clothes? Do you have food in your refrigerator? Like, we're so blessed. And if you start focusing on all of the things that you do have, I think it grows and you become so much more appreciative of the world and you see way more beauty. I saw this thing today that basically said the amount of good things that come into your life is how much you're capable of noticing, or something like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love that, because the more you notice what you have and you're grateful for what you have, you don't focus as much on what you do not have. I also think with the overconsumption in today's society, it's super important to be like, okay, I have so many things, I'm so thankful, because the overconsumption is crazy and you don't need to be buying all these things. And also keep in mind that you might be feeling a little bit behind, but a lot of these people are in a ton of debt and they're in terrible situations. Like, they try and put on a front like, yes, I have all these things. A lot of times it is not exactly what it seems to be, so just take everything you see with a grain of salt. Number 5, rejection is protection. I look back so many times to things that I wanted so badly, and in hindsight I'm like, oh my gosh, thank God I did not get the things that I wanted, because it would have absolutely destroyed me. It would have thrown my life onto a completely different course. And I just truly believe that if something is not meant to be and you are divinely protected, it will not happen. And that is for your protection and for your better good. It is not because like God hates you. It's literally because God sees something that you don't see and he's trying to protect you. So every time something doesn't work out exactly the way I want, I'm always like, okay, thank you God for protecting me. Maybe show me what you're protecting me from if I'm like cannot get that closure. And it helps. And it's just so helpful to also know that you are being protected and guided. It's powerful. Number 6, stop trying to be everyone else. The right people and blessings cannot find you if you're not being you. This is something I've been thinking about so much the last few months, and one of the reasons I really have been trying to tap back into who I am, like, and who I was as a child and who I am without the influences and the expectations of other people. I wouldn't say like people just sit there and be like expect you to be a specific way. Well, that's not true. They kind of do, but it also can kind of be what I think people want me to be, or like what I think that they are judging me on, and then I'm like, okay, I need to adapt this certain personality type. I need to have these things. I need to have this routine. I need to do all these things. And you're like, okay, is this for them or is this for me? And I've been really trying to just tap into who I am, because I do believe when you are walking in alignment with who you are and going after the things that God has placed on your heart for a reason and leaning into your specific abilities, I think that's when the true blessings come in, and that's when true alignment comes in and everything just comes together so beautifully. Also, this is just a little side thing, but I think society kind of pushes these things on you. Like, you need to be very stoic, you need to be very hard, like cold, you need to not give people grace, you not need to just be very, very rigid in your like boundaries and all these things, which I do agree with to an extent. Like, you do need to protect yourself, you need to have boundaries, you need to do what's best for you, right? And if people are walking all over you, don't allow that, like set boundaries. However, if you have these personality traits, or like maybe you have an ability to be so kind and to even show kindness and love to people who maybe done you wrong, I don't think that that's a bad thing. As long as you're not being fake to them and allowing them into your inner life and your inner circle, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a beautiful thing and something that you should be proud of and lean into. It's not something to be like ashamed of. Number 7, failure is just a lesson, not the end of the world. I used to be so scared of failing, and I think I'm a little bit still, just because it's like an ongoing journey I am trying to figure out. But realizing, one, you don't fail until you actually give up, but also being able to realize, okay, this isn't working for me, I need to pivot, I need to do something different. That's totally okay. Failing is literally just a lesson, and maybe you need to learn those lessons in order to succeed in your greater plan and like the bigger things that are coming your way. I just try and reframe failure as not even really failure. Like, it's either redirection, it's a lesson, or you just pivot. You didn't technically fail, you know? And it's not the end of the world. You're going to survive. Number 8, don't hold people to standards you can't even keep yourself. I think this is such an important one, because so often we expect people to be everything for us and to do everything for us, but when we don't do those things for ourselves, we don't love ourselves in those ways. And 2, a lot of times I see people who cannot even hold themselves to standards that they like hold their partners to or their friends to, and I'm like, okay, you need to make sure that you can follow through on those things before you expect anyone else to, or else your relationships will never ever work out. And also just be aware, like if you have some crazy double standards, just be aware of it and be like, okay, if I'm holding someone to the standard in my life, can I do that? That is like the thing that when I was first learning to set boundaries in my life, I was like, okay, I hold myself to a pretty high standards, but I will not hold someone to a standard that I know I cannot keep. I try my very, very best to be very aware of that. And I honestly think that's just how things should work. Number 9, there's a reason that dream's been on your heart for so long. Go chase it. I used to look up my dreams or think about my dreams and be like, oh my gosh, are you sure that that's like the right thing? Like, what if it's just a dream because you've seen somebody else do it? Or like, I don't know how am I supposed to know if that's like actually what I'm supposed to do? Oh, sorry. But if it is on your heart and it is reoccurring and you cannot stop thinking about it, start chasing it, because there's a bigger reason that it's there and it is supposed to happen. Number 10, apologize before it's too late, and just don't be afraid to apologize. I think being able to apologize, admit you're wrong, and be like, you know what, I'm so sorry, I did not intend to be this way, or like whatever your apology is, be genuine about it and do it. Get to a place where you can be secure enough to do that, because I think like there are certain things that sometimes keep me up at night a little bit, where I cannot apologize to someone, maybe like they pass on and it's brutal. Like they're not like crazy big things, but I'll just think about them. I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I said that, and I can't take it back. I can't apologize. I can't do anything. So just apologize. Be quick to apologize. I feel like it's better to just apologize now and not carry that negative energy with you, or just like that like shame, because sometimes it's brutal. Number 11, you can learn something from everyone. This is something I learned over the last like year or two, is you literally can learn something from everyone. I think sometimes we get into a place where you start to feel a little bit cocky and you're like, oh, that person just way beneath me, they don't know anything, they don't know. But you can learn something from everyone. I be learning stuff from like my little nieces and nephews and like my little brothers. Like you can learn something from everyone if you actually give them a chance to teach you something. I think it's such a good lesson because you will start to learn things in the most unexpected ways from the most unexpected people, and everyone has some bit of knowledge from like their walk of life or their expertise that you don't. And the more you know, the less you know, you know? Number 12, no one is coming to do it for you or save you. This is your job. I, for so long when I was younger, would just be like, oh, you know, like it's just gonna happen. It's just gonna work out. It's gonna work out, which like I appreciate my optimism. However, I do think you need to be putting in the steps and the work to do the things that you need to do and to achieve the goals that you have. And no one's gonna come do it for you. Nobody's gonna get in shape for you. Nobody's gonna make you a shit ton of money. Nobody is going to give back to you. Nobody's gonna be able to love other people the way you do. So you need to do it, you know, like no one's doing it for you. And number 13, wear your sunscreen. Do not wait. Do it while you're young. Please, I'm begging you. Just wear your sunscreen. Maybe just get like some good mineral sunscreen or a tinted sunscreen, but wear it. That is like another priority of mine this year, especially through the summer, is wearing my sunscreen and being a bit better about it, because in the past, I haven't been super strict with it, but that's something I'm learning that you need to be aware of. So yeah. Anyways, those are 13 of the lessons I've learned in my life. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next Monday. I love you. Bye.